A long, long time ago, before the time of smartphones, I started a cleaning business, as lots of you guys know. But the thing is, I had no idea how to clean, and I knew that the only way to be profitable was to figure out how to clean in the most efficient way in the least amount of time. And over the years, I have developed that system. Not only has it been used professionally very successfully, but I also use it at home. And in many Clean My Space videos, and even in my book, I talk about the three-wave system. It's what I've created over the years as my answer to a guide, a method, a format of cleaning that ensures everything is done from top to bottom, that a room is left truly clean and tidied, and it's all done in the least amount of time. So in this video, I am gonna walk you through the theory and practice of my three-wave system. And once you know it, you will never clean the same way again. And that's a good thing. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel and give this video a thumbs up if you would like to figure out how to clean faster, because you have better things to do. To understand why the three-wave system is so awesome, you have to understand why not using the three-wave system really sucks. So when I first started cleaning, and when many of you first started cleaning before you found Clean My Space, I know that I clean, and you probably clean like this. You'd walk into a room, you'd be like, where do I start? What do I do? I'm feeling overwhelmed, that's a mess, this is cluttered, there's crap on the floor, and the list goes on. The first thing I knew I had to do when I decided to start cleaning professionally was to figure out how to usurp that overwhelm and how to systematize cleaning, how to approach a room in a way that would no longer feel overwhelming, but instead I had a clear-cut method so that I could get the results that I wanted and not spend a lot of time, because in the cleaning business, like in any business, time is money. And the quicker I could do it, the more profitable I would be. And of course, this translates into us cleaning in our homes. Of course, we're not paying ourselves, but if we think about our time and what our time is worth, if you can get your cleaning done in half the time, you're actually putting time, a very, very valuable resource, in your pocket. You can do other things with that time. To understand how to make the three-wave system work for you, you have to think about a clock. Each room that you step into, you're essentially going to visualize as a clock, and your entry point and your exit point is going to be 12 o'clock. Each hour of the room is going to be a section that you will then clean. All right, so we've got our working your way around the room visualized. We're thinking about each room as a clock, and we know we're gonna start at our entry/exit point and work our way systematically around the room. The next thing you have to remember about cleaning is, like everything else, because we live on planet Earth, everything falls from the top to the bottom. So dust, the number one culprit with cleaning, is always going to fall from the top to the bottom. That means when you do your cleaning in each section or hour of the room, you're always going to work your way from the top to the bottom. That way you never have to re-clean a surface. What a waste of time. It's also important that you have all of your products and tools in the room. You can find one central spot to keep them. I always recommend putting your products on some sort of surface that's absorbent, like a towel. That way if anything leaks, it's not going to get onto the actual surface that it's sitting on. By having everything very efficient and local, you're not running back and forth and around and wasting time finding a cleaning product or a tool that you need. Okay, so you're set up for success. Let's get into the first wave. So, first wave always deals with tidying and organizing. Once you get that wave out of the way, then you can actually move on successfully to step 2. So what does wave 1 look like? You start at the starting point of your room and you slowly work your way. You have no cleaning products in your hand. What I do recommend is having a garbage bag with you or a recycling bin, and you can also have some sort of basket. You can centralize all of this. That way anything that you find that doesn't belong in the space can either be tossed in the garbage or the recycling, or in the basket to be relocated somewhere else. You're gonna work your way around the room, top to bottom, section to section, and you're just gonna scan with your head, moving up and down. And anything you see that doesn't belong, you're gonna pluck and place where it needs to go. And anything you see that's out of place, you can quickly reorganize or tidy it. Now, some people might not agree with me on this, and they'll say, well, why am I organizing before I'm cleaning? As far as I'm concerned, when you're cleaning, you should be lifting something, moving it out of the way, cleaning quickly, and then replacing it. If you do this work ahead of time, it actually saves you time when you're cleaning. Okay, so you're working your way around the room. You've got laundry, you've got stuff that doesn't belong there. Fine, centralize all of it. If, for example, you have laundry that belongs in that room, before you finish wave 1 and move on to wave 2, that would be a great time to fold that laundry and put it away. If you're all done, take those bins and baskets, move them outside of the room, and get back to your starting point, because we're getting on to wave number 2. Wave 2 is where the actual cleaning takes place. So if you ever wonder how a professional cleaner is so efficient, it's because they get rid of the clutter first so that they can actually see the forest for the trees. They know what they actually have to clean, and they prep a space to be clean. And that is what wave 2 is all about. Now, what does cleaning actually mean? What are we trying to accomplish? Typically, we're trying to get rid of dust, dirt, we're trying to get any surface shiny or streak-free, and we're disinfecting where needed. So in a general space, like for example this room, I know my goal. I want to get it looking, it's already tidy, I want to get it looking polished and fresh and clean and dust-free. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. If you're in a different room that has different objectives, say a kitchen where there's a little bit more heavy-duty work or dwell time that's required, or a bathroom, you might have to pre-plan pre-treating some of those surfaces before you get started on your second wave. That way, by the time you get to, say, the stovetop, it's now been pre-treated for a few minutes, so it's much easier to clean. This is another tip for you to bolster your efficiency. Some of the tools you might want to have near and dear when you're working on the second wave would be all-purpose cleaner, glass cleaner, appropriate microfiber cloths, so a glass and electronic cloth, or a general purpose cloth. Those would be really handy. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go back to your starting point and you're gonna start at your first hour, your first section. You're gonna nod your head in an up and down motion. This is what I always teach my staff. We say yes to cleaning. You're gonna start at the top and work your way down to the bottom. And as you visually scan, you might see a scuff, you might see some dust, you might see something. And just going from top to bottom, you're just gonna quickly start moving. Wipe here, dust there, this, that. You're gonna take items off that need to be cleaned, spray the surface, give it a wipe down, pick up each item, wipe it, replace it, move on to your next section. It might sound like there's a lot to do during wave 2, and there is, but once you get the pace and you start to become efficient, you will zoom around the room for that second wave. All right, you've earned it. We're gonna move on to wave number 3. Get yourself back to the starting point of the room, and for this, you're not gonna need much aside from whatever cleaning tools and products you're gonna be using to clean the floors, because that's where we're at. I don't expect that during your second wave you're dainty or careful about any of the dirt or dust that you're cleaning. Like, there's no sweeping it into your hand and throwing it into the garbage. We don't have time for that. You're gonna be a savage and throw everything on the floor because we deal with all of it in wave 3. If you're vacuuming, sweeping, or mopping, I always recommend to start at the opposite corner to the entry point of the room. I'm gonna repeat that. The opposite corner to the entry point of the room. That way you can always clean your way out of the room instead of cleaning your way into a corner and then having to walk over your freshly cleaned floors. Whether it's vacuumed or mopped, nobody wants to do that. I mean, of course, you're gonna walk over that floor surface anyway, but the longer you can keep it clean and pristine, the better it feels. So if you're vacuuming, you can either use an extension cord and plug in on the outside of the door. That way you get a nice long cord and you don't have to worry about stopping your vacuuming, finding another plug and replugging it in somewhere else. You can just keep on going until you get out. And with a mop or a broom, clearly you don't have to worry about that. Either way, you're either gonna vacuum and then be done, or vacuum/sweep and then finish with your mopping. But once that's done, you are done your cleaning. Once I started using the 3-wave system, both professionally and at home, I noticed that I had significantly cut my cleaning time. And in the cleaning business, time is money. Like I said, I don't even care if it's for work. I just want to have more time to myself and less time spent cleaning, but I don't want to compromise those results. And that's what this 3-wave system is all about. Saving you time, getting you those great results so that you can get on, be excited and happy and do other things and not spend all your time cleaning, even if you love doing it. And that brings me to this week's comment question, which is, what is that one amazing time-saving cleaning tip that you have? We all have generic cleaning tips, but I'm specifically looking for one that saves you time. So let me know what it is in the comments down below. If you want to see what we're up to during the rest of the week, you can follow along on Instagram. I'm at Melissa Maker, Chad is at the Chad Reynolds, and the two of us are at Clean My Space. If you love this channel and want to support us, checking out other videos is definitely the way to do it, and you can find two great ones right over here. If you want to learn more about Maker's Clean microfiber cloths, you can click that button right over there. There's a button down there that lets me know you care, so click it if you liked this video, and click this button right here to subscribe and begin your journey to a cleaner life. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.